I really love my job. Animal services is a wonderful field to work in. There's just something about animals that is rewarding. Here in Sandy, we provide more service to our residents than most other animal control agencies in the state. And we're proud of that. From adoption opportunities to licensing, pet microchipping. We work with a number of rescue organizations so that we can network the animals that come into our shelter and provide the best possible inhumane outcomes for them. And as such, we've been a no-kill facility now since 2015. We're proud of our save rate. We actually have one of the highest save rates in the state of Utah. When you can reunite a family with their lost pet, that makes you feel good at the end of the day. As Director of Animal Services, I oversee the daily operations of our animal service staff. I've got 5 full-time field officers that go out and enforce the laws and ordinances of Sandy City and help address everything from wildlife nuisance to strays. They respond and address animal attacks and bites, barking complaints. Those are fairly common, helping educate and provide humane services as needed.
One of the most important responsibilities is taking care of the animals that we have down here at the shelter. Every morning we are feeding every animal and we are cleaning out their kennels to make sure they are properly cared for and making sure they're healthy. Throughout the day we receive calls for service and we are out there helping people with issues or maybe problems they have with animals in the area.
What I love about my job is being able to make a difference. I like the road officer position. I'm in the canyons, I patrol the watershed area, the parks, I respond to calls, complaints.
We receive about 6,000 calls for service a year here in Sandy City alone that our officers are out responding to. We bring in somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 cats each year and upwards of 600 to 700 dogs. And combined with wildlife response, we end up addressing or passing through our shelter about 1,400 animals a year. Of course, we deal with cats and dogs all the time. That's pretty ubiquitous. But our officers have to be trained to deal with livestock, wildlife, and reptile handling. Here in Sandy, we've brought in some rather large pythons and boa constrictors. We've addressed rattlesnakes out in some of our foothill areas. Officers have helped remove moose, deer, cougar. A few years back, we actually removed a 5.5-foot alligator here in our community. One of the things that we're constantly trying to overcome is that traditional stereotype of a dog catcher or a dog pound. And that's just not animal services in today's day and age. So much has evolved in this profession, from the science behind sheltering and the care and service that goes into the animals, the training that our officers receive. They're not what so many films and videos portray animal services as being. This bumbling sociopath that can't wait to catch an animal and euthanize it at the first opportunity given. And that's not what we're about. And the shelters are often depicted as dark and forgotten dungeons with, leaky roofs and that it's cold. That's not what our animal shelter is. We have a wonderful facility that's been updated to be a little bit more friendly and inviting, a place where an animal can feel comfortable. We're air conditioned in the summer, heated in the winter. As animal service officers, we're concerned about the welfare of the pets in our community and those that come into our care and custody, to be able to have an impact and maybe even be a voice for those animals that don't have a voice. To take care of them is very rewarding, and I couldn't be more grateful to be serving Sandy City as its animal service director.